Hey everyone, time for another episode of Day in the Life of Vintage Classic Specialist. So let's see what happened around here today. Mr. Rafa continued working on getting things ready for the motor for this Butte, the 54 barn door, of course, I'm talking about. And yeah, going through some more engine tin, getting it ready, body work, metal work, etc. He also spent some time digging around through my stash and his stash and found some things that were missing, like the correct heater, mufflers, baffles, whatever you want to call these things that go between the body and the heat exchangers on the motor. What else? We want to put a crank start on this car, which would be correct for it, but we didn't have, or the car did not come with the correct breastplate, which has this little flap here that allows access to the crank starter. So that of course sits on the motor here, and then the apron itself also has a hole in it. So you open that thing and shove the crank through there, and you can actually crank start the motor. So believe it or not, my 56 convertible Beetle actually has an early bus motor in it, and it had this breastplate, which makes no sense on that car because a 56 Vert would not have come with a crank start. So went ahead and swapped him this breastplate for his, and so he'll get to have the very cool and correct crank start on his. This thing was actually really, really nice, and these are kind of hard to find with the little flap here for the crank start. So I'm very glad that I had that on one of my cars to kind of put to the cause here of making this thing so bitchin' that it's not even funny. Oh, there you go. And actually, it's making my car more correct by taking that off. It's always been kind of silly on there, and we pretty much took his and put it on my car. So now my car is more correct, and so is his. So win-win. So yeah, he also dug through the stash and found some other cool things that I'm not going to quite spill the beans on yet. But yeah, we keep just finding more and more cool stuff for the motor for this, and it's going to look amazing. I did talk to Renato over at Brothers Machine today. The machine work on the engine is about done. They've got the pistons now, which are of course big bore 36 horse pistons. So those, along with the 74 millimeter crank, are going to make basically like a 1500 cc 36 horse. And yeah, so it's going to be huge. So yeah, all that stuff's coming together. He thought he would probably have the motor to us maybe late this week or early next week, and then we can start building it. So this thing is going to be coming together here. And look at that beautiful engine compartment, just waiting for a beautiful engine to go in it. So super fun. So that's pretty much what was going on with this one today. I'm not going to show it right now, but the 69 bus, the bay window bus that we're working on, actually got paint today. So paint and clear on the main body. So the doors are off of it now, and I think he might spray those tomorrow. And then the sliding side door, same thing, probably paint that tomorrow or paint those doors tomorrow or the next day. So yeah, paint is coming right along on that one. I still need to make some paint for the roof, which for that car is called Cloud White. So I'm getting a sample of the correct material, and then I'll take that and have the paint shop that we use in turn mix up some automotive paint for that. Probably just like half a gallon. On those buses, it's literally just the roof, not like these earlier ones where it was kind of from the belt line up. On the early bay windows, it was literally just the roof, so not going down into here, none in the inside of the bus, just purely 100% the roof panel proper. And that one is actually has a metal sunroof, so the metal sunroof too. But yeah, I need to get that paint going. But yes, it got colored today and looks amazing. So what else happened today? I worked on this guy here, other than when I was like running errands and stuff like that for some of the other projects, and got a bunch of little things done, and then one kind of big thing. If you saw the thumbnail for today's video, you know that this car has brakes now. So that's kind of a big milestone, I think, as far as making this a running driving car. So yeah, Jacob and I bled the brakes. It went pretty effortlessly overall. Had a couple little leaks we had to chase down. Pretty normal stuff when you're putting a brake system together. Got those taken care of, and yeah, the brake pedal on here feels amazing. So yeah, very happy with how the brakes are feeling on it so far. I've got the emergency brake adjusted where I really like it. I think I mentioned that yesterday. So yeah, big milestone. And so what that actually means, because I don't like to put in the fuel tank until the brakes are done, so we have easy access to the master cylinder to check for and correct any leaks or anything like that. So now that the brakes are good, I can go ahead and put the highly interesting looking gas tank in, which by the way, they decided to go ahead and use. So, all right, we're gonna use it. But yeah, so gas tank can go in. The battery is pretty much ready to go in, except, I don't remember if I mentioned this yesterday, the positive cable that they have in there is not the correct one for this car. It's probably just something from like an auto parts store. And the end of it is so fat that it won't fit through the little opening on the cover that you can see right there. Correct cover for this car has like a little opening in it where the positive cable comes out, and then one for the negative strap. Big fat auto parts store, positive cable will not fit through the opening in the top there. And it's also like a little short. So I've got the correct one showing up tomorrow from Wolfsburg West. Swap out that positive battery cable, and then at that point pretty much go ahead and hook the battery up. I tested a lot of the electrical on this car as I was doing the electrical, by pretty much just like connecting a battery to whatever circuit I was testing. I think everything actually works on here, so we're about to find out. I still need to talk to Octavio. I keep forgetting, and see if he has the key for this thing. I hope so, because I was never given the key. I dug through all this guy's boxes of stuff. I don't have the key. So hopefully Octavio has it. Our client thinks he gave the key to Octavio. So if not, then I don't know what I'm going to do. I may just have to buy a new ignition switch that's keyed. And then, likewise for the driver door over there. Passenger door doesn't have a key on these early cars. But yeah, so one way or another, I'm going to need a key pretty soon if I want to start testing that this thing will start and run. So yeah, it's got brakes now. I'm trying to think what else I did. One of the flaps in one of the heater boxes, which has a rod kind of inside the heater box, was not connected. So I crawled up underneath there and put a cotter pin in it, got it all connected. The car had check rods with it, which were not installed. So I had to partially remove the door panels and then get in there and get the check rods in. So those are all in now with their little rubber bumpers that go inside there. So yeah, other than the brakes, just a lot of little things like that. I still need to probably go ahead and pull the axis cover off back here and check that the shift coupler is A, tight, and B, has safety wire on it. And then at that point, I'll go ahead and adjust the shifter, which is just in there loosely now. And pestering my guy Ruben about a steering wheel for this. So yeah, this car's coming along. He's saying he's hoping to get it by the end of the month, the end of August. I'm thinking probably before then. Should be maybe the middle of the month. Maybe, I think easily before the end of the month we'll have this car to him. So that would be it for today, guys. Appreciate you watching. Hope everyone's Tuesday is going well, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.